Hey everyone. So the audio I have that we're going to post today is titled After That Happened. And I also have a testimonial for this audio. We all though have those events where after it happened, life kind of takes a negative spin, and that's what this audio is going to address. So I'd like to go ahead and share the testimonial for this audio. And I work with people internationally all over the globe. I think it's important that I don't share their names because when we're working on trauma, nobody needs to know your dirty laundry. It's really up to you to work on building a life you love and dealing with the situations you have at hand. Anyway, this is the testimonial. It says, Gina, I hope you're doing well. I had a very specific event of betrayal in mind, and this audio was exactly what I didn't know I needed. I started to cry and release a lot of emotions when you worked with the generational fields. I'm doing this work so that one day, if I have children, they don't have to go through what I've been through. And in that moment, I felt I finally reached a sense of completion. For the first time, the pain and struggle of the last 7 years had a purpose and it made sense. I felt at peace after a very long time and had a clearer inner knowing. You came here to heal your family line. At the end, when you asked us to notice if there was anything else left, I still felt a little bothered, but that deep feeling of betrayal was no longer there. I really enjoyed this audio. The healing felt gentler, yet very powerful. And just to make a few comments on this, the gentleness that she was feeling, that's her heart center opening. That doesn't have anything to do with me. However, this is what's kind of interesting is because I actually made this audio for a different person, and maybe I would actually call them students. Sometimes I'll say clients or people, but really a lot of the people I work with, they're really students. They're learning how to work with whether it's their traumas, whether it's their emotions, to really be able to build a life they love. So I think this is a great audio. And if you want to take a moment right now, maybe pick one specific item, person, or event where you really go, oh, I just keep thinking of this. This just keeps bothering me, especially if you're like, wow, after that happened, or after I met that person, or after I got fired from that job, you know, the downhill spiral started. That's the item I want you to pick. And then on a piece of paper, jot down a couple emotions that are popping up, copy down like, some body sensations, what's really going on for you when you think about after that happened, and then go ahead and get ready to listen to the audio. And of course, if there's audios you want me to make, leave them in the comment box, or you can get a hold of me and I will post those audios. And we are going to begin the session. And of course, I'm going to post my disclaimer here, and then we'll go right into the audio. Welcome to today's audio. We're going to address the theme of after that happened, or anything else that may have left you feeling a bit shocked. This is a great audio for anywhere you feel you may have been betrayed. It's another specialty audio that was requested, so I know when one person brings a topic to me, other people are dealing with it also. As we move into today's session, thinking of an event, a situation, or possibly a person that your life drastically changed for the negative after you were exposed to it. I will do my disclaimer as you give this some thought. I am not a lawyer, medical doctor, a therapist, or counselor, and I offer no advice. Any resources provided on my live streams, audios, calls, or website are for educational purposes only. Unlocking Resilience takes no responsibility for the use or misuse of any of the resources provided. You, as the listener and the consumer of these resources, take full responsibility for your mental health choices and behavior. Listening to this replay gives me permission to work with your superconsciousness. Bring in your awareness to how you are feeling in this moment as you take a few deep breaths. Bringing your attention inwards. You might bring a hand to your heart if that feels good, and I will speak to your superconscious. Superconscious, please remind all available parts and any that awakened during this process that getting more satisfaction and having less pain is the main reason for treating and integrating parts. Superconscious can treat and heal trauma parts, and it does this by removing the negative emotions and pain from the trauma, replacing them with neutral or positive emotions. The treatment process strengthens the positive coping skills by adding positive emotions before joining them with the main personality. It's important to know that no parts die. They do not lose information. Parts, once treated, simply exchange information with the main personality. So your memories become exactly the same as the main personality. And you can run the body together without conflict. Parts will not lose time. Information will no longer be hidden. And all parts must agree before the treatment is applied. Superconscious will treat a few units and then pause until you have stabilized again before treating more. Superconscious makes this a gentle and painless process. Treat rest, until all of the emotional pain associated with the part during the trauma is relieved and positive emotions are in its place. Please bring all of the parts created and associated to after that happened into the most perfect structure to be treated one by one. Superconscious, please treat the parts that want to be treated safely and with total respect. Treating anything from the last session until now when it is most appropriate during today's session. Breathing and embracing all of you. Is it possible to let all that needs to come up be present during this session? And can you be okay with it? That you can hold space for these parts, emotions, as they organize and integrate with the main personality. It is a gift you give yourself to hold space for you. There are no bad parts. All parts are welcome. All parts had a purpose at the time that they were created to help you, to protect you. Hold this in mind while I have Superconscious set up the session in the most gentle and supportive way. Superconscious, to set up today's session in the most supportive and gentle way, please set up the neural association processes. Do we need to set up all of them? No. Do we need to do them separately? Yes. Superconscious, please add or subtract the basic neural structure of the safety system to optimize its responsiveness during and after the session. The CDR? Yes, okay. Superconsciousness, please add and subtract the neural association and the neural structure of the primal reflex system to optimize its responsiveness during and after the session. Do we need to be more specific than that? No. All right. And Superconscious, please add or subtract the neural association and the neural structure of the heart system to optimize its responsiveness during and after the session. And superconsciousness, please add up, subtract any associations in the neural structure of all body parts, systems, including all organs, endocrines, brain systems, to optimize their responsiveness during and after the session. The goal is to realign and ground into the body the safety state in the autonomic nervous system. And then superconscious, please do a massive history change and everything after that on any associated traumas, memory barriers, brain or organ barriers. We all have that moment in time, what I call pivotal moments, where after that happened, whatever that was, life changed and not in a good way. Take a moment to find the event, situation, or person. And as you explore this, how does it make you feel? And what beliefs do you have around the item you selected today? Superconscious, please find, tag, and treat all parts, predispositions, and complex structures that led to these associations. Treat everything that is coming up in the active experience. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock, anywhere in the body, systems, and treat everything found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the body-mind complex. Then treat all of the self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. And now we're going to address emotions. We may do this a couple times because our emotions and beliefs they just really influence and guide us. So putting your attention on your selected topic, what emotions pop up? And again, we're talking about those that are uncomfortable or confusing. Maybe the ones that are the most intense or bother you the most. That's the ones we want to repattern. Just allowing it to come up. Superconscious, please treat all disempowering memories around the subject, whatever the emotion is, breathing and allowing. And superconscious, please treat the structure of all disempowering associations to and with this emotion, whatever it is, including past, present, and future experiences and beliefs. Superconscious, please identify the parts, predispositions, and complex structures that led to these associations and treat them. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system of the body. And treat everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the body and mind structure. Then treat all of the self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. And again, bringing your attention to the emotions that come up when you think about after that happened. Notice what emotions are still popping up around your topic. And again, choose the one that bothers you the most. Superconscious, please treat all disempowering memories around this emotion. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the body and mind system. Treat everything that is found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers in the mind-body structure. Then treat all of the self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. We're going to treat the protector and controller and or primal reflexes. The part that we generally create when we're very young, often before birth or shortly after. We do that for protection. But there comes a time when we need to take necessary risks to create a life we love. And the protector and controller and our primitive reflexes can stop us just because they're trying to protect us. These become overprotective and overreactive. So superconscious, treat the protector and controller and join it with this opposite pair. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Superconscious, please find and treat the unintegrated or reignited primitive reflexes causing brain barriers, states of unresolved shock, anywhere in the system of mind and body. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements. And again, gently align the intuition centers in the body and mind structure. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. Everything is welcome. To go a little deeper, we will treat the body. So when you put your attention on your subject, after that happened, notice if you have any reactions in your body. Or maybe you've just been experiencing some pain or tension in your body. Bring your attention to and within that area that you're becoming aware of. Are there any emotions that come with this location? Feeling into that area. Superconscious, please tag and treat all judgments associated to and with this sensation in the body or this area of the body. Follow them back to the original parts and traumas associated to and with them. Then treat the judgments and all associated memories one right after another in the ideal order. Then do a sentence procedure on all of the beliefs until it creates safety and comfort in this area. Breathing and noticing and allowing the superconscious to make the changes. Superconscious, continue to treat all memories associated to and with this area of the body. Treat any disempowering memories and emotions with strong positive memories that cause empowering behaviors in this area. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system of the body. And treat everything found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers in the body structure. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Now we're going to treat environmental factors. And environmental factors can really be anything in the environment. It can be people, smells, sounds, light. Can even be our relationship to time. It can be weather, bugs, anything. Even in your internal environment. But we're mainly focusing on the exterior environment right now. So as you think about the things that trigger you from your environment after that happened, how does this make you feel? What body reactions do you have as you focus on the environmental factors? Superconscious, take and treat all disempowering memories, emotions, and body reactions after that happened, causing the environmental triggers. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system of the body. Treating everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the body. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements, and then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. Now we're going to move on to themes. Maybe there's a theme that developed after that happened. A repetitive pattern, a behavior, or a situational theme that just showed up around your subject. Something that just hasn't quite resolved. Notice the meaning connected to the theme and any emotion. And the story you may be telling yourself and the history connected to all of this. Feeling into this and notice what comes into your active experience. Superconscious, please treat all disempowering memories, emotions, history, and stories around this subject. Whatever this thing is, including any parts that are associated to and with it as well. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system. And treat everything found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the body-mind structure. And then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements and do a massive history change and everything after that. And as we continue to go deeper, next is the generational field. As you focus on your subject, if any part of it is connected to your ancestry, your DNA, bloodline, this is where we're going to address it. As you focus on your topic of after that happened, asking yourself, does any of this relate to or show up in my family or family history? And what comes to mind? Superconscious, treat the generational fields from the top down and the bottom up, front to back, back to front, and 360 degrees in all directions. Treating all intruding fields, and fully treat the main intruding field until all of them can slide off into everlasting happiness. Then do a massive history change on all memories associated to and with these fields. In fields, may you find peace. Once they have found peace, or at least are no longer interfering with my energies. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system. treating everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the mind and body complex. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. And now we're going to treat all the ways after that happened has caused disorganization around your subject and in your field. Bringing your attention to after that happened. Super conscious in regard to this subject, please tag and treat any memories causing disorganization. Please tag and treat all of it. And also treat all the I can't memories that may be active in relation to the subject. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system, and treat everything that is found causing disorganization at any level. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and gently align the intuition centers of the body. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. If needed, superconscious, please add and subtract the neural connections to eliminate negative personality traits, behaviors, and reactions. And memories to create a new healthy system. Superconscious, please add and subtract the neural association of the basic neural structure of the behavioral system and any other system to stop any overcompensation activity that is no longer helpful or needed. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system of the body, and treat everything in relation to overreaction, shutting down, especially if the body is trying to shut down to conserve energy. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements, gently aligning the intuition centers, and then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. And then again, do a massive history change and everything after that. Now we will address problematic structures. These are more complex patterns and structures in the system that can be cleared. So again, focus on after that happened. What now comes to mind? What seems to be the bigger problem or hidden problem around this issue? Superconscious, please treat the structure of any and all problematic structures. Superconscious, regarding the subject, please treat the structure of any and all learning structures. And please all problematic structures. Superconscious, regarding the subject, please treat the structure of any and all learning structures. And please treat the structure of any and all trauma structures. And also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock in the system. And treat everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and structures, gently aligning the intuition centers of the mind and body. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Superconscious, please treat the structure of any and all trauma emotions. And all structures of all negative, self-defeating behavior structures. Releasing, so we have no more self-sabotage. Superconscious, please replace all treated emotions and memory elements with positive self-empowering memory elements, behaviors, beliefs, and emotions. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. And then recreate positive structures to create a life with more satisfaction and safety. As we begin to wrap up this session, now when you put your attention on after that happened, notice if there's anything else there, anything else coming into your awareness. It doesn't matter what is popping up around the subject. That includes all of the body sensations, emotions that come around this topic. Superconscious, please treat all parts, predispositions, and complex structures, memories, emotions that are left after that happened. Whatever is showing up, including any parts that are associated to and with them. Also find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the body or mind, and treat everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements, and again, gently align the intuitive centers of the mind and body. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Now we're going to create more alignment with your intuition. As you focus on your topic, after that happened, ask yourself, is there a part of me that's willing to stay connected to my intuitive self, my inner guiding force? However it is that you understand my inner guidance to be, this part of me that cannot be damaged by life and is always available to me. How would it feel to always have access to this kind of guidance? Lean into that feeling to know that you are never alone. Superconscious, magnify this connection to my true inner guidance and assist me in knowing when I am hearing it, feeling it, knowing it, and taking action on it. And superconscious, find and treat any brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system, and treat everything found that blocks this connection to my true inner guidance. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and strengthening my alignment to the intuitive centers in my body and mind. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements, and then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. What would it feel like to always know you could tap into inner guidance? No longer searching outside of yourself for what you need to be doing. Some people call it synchronicity. Some people call it miracles. But we all have that inner guidance that we can tap into. Ask your body and intuition to give you a sign or a signal when you are receiving this kind of guidance. That you want a sign or signal that is without a shadow of a doubt, guidance from your inner wisdom is being provided. Focusing on your body. What is your sign or signal? And while you're connecting with your sign or signal, could be a body sensation, could be a heart knowing, could be a thought that you just know to be true. And as you focus on that, I'm going to speak with your super consciousness. Super conscious, please treat all parts, predispositions, and complex structures that may still be interfering with having a clear, strong connection to my inner guidance, my inner alignment with my heart's desires. Find and treat any denial patterns, brain barriers, states of unresolved shock anywhere in the system. Again, treating everything that's found. Once treated, replace all treated elements with positive self-empowering elements and strengthening my alignment with my intuition centers in the body and mind. Then treat all self-empowering elements with safety elements, and then do a massive history change and everything after that. As we bring this session to a close, superconscious, do a complete massive history change and treat the memories at all levels of the body's physiology. Superconsciousness, ground all the memories we've touched today into memories 1, 2, and 3, and reconnect them into the matrix of the universe. Superconscious, between now and the next session, please take and treat any disempowering memories or parts and then replace them with positive, self-empowering memories and beliefs in their place. And with your permission, I will end the session. And how was that for you? Then again, take a moment focusing on how's your body feel? Are you getting any intuitive information that maybe you need to write down? And of course, you can listen to this audio over and over. Just pick a new item each time you listen. Again, doing more is not better. You don't need to listen to this 5 times a day. Don't make healing a part-time job. The goal is we want to address those things that bother us and hold us back, but we definitely don't want to be addicted to healing work. I do notice that there's quite a few people out there. It's like the pattern is they can be so focused on trying to heal stuff that they get distracted from their life. So if there's a lot of things going on in your life, I could see doing maybe one of these audios once a day or 2 or 3 times a week, but it's not something you want to work on it, kind of like going to the gym. You go and you exercise a little bit every day or 3 times a week, but you don't want to make it to where it's excessive. And that's by your definition of excessive, not necessarily mine. Everybody's life is different and everybody has a different level of limitations. And I don't always call it trauma because sometimes it's just limitations we have, old belief systems that don't work anymore. Maybe we move to like a new country or we marry into a different type family. It's going to bring up all of our limited beliefs that are holding us back. But again, thank you for taking time to do the audio, to heal yourself and to create a life you love. And again, if there's any, go ahead and subscribe and then you'll get all the next videos. But do leave me a comment on how the audio is for you and any other ones that you want me to make for you.